over the last few weeks, and we've had a couple of additional practices in the hall in preparation for it. So as I say, they're ready to go. Is that right? Yeah. Marvellous. Now, just a couple of items. Can you please make sure your mobile phones are switched to silent before we start? The music assembly is being videoed at the back, so could I ask that you all keep sitting down so it doesn't interfere with the video? This is going to be placed on the Weebly, so for those of you who want to have a second chance of watching it, it'll be on the Weebly in the next day or so. Okay? So it's just left for me to say good luck and enjoy parents. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to the Year 5 Music Celebration Concert.
This morning, we would like to share with you what we do when we come to the music room each week.
What concepts do we learn? What songs do we sing?
Do we play music games? Do we learn instruments?
Exactly what goes on?
Please sit back and relax as we welcome you to Year 5 Music. Let's begin with the So Far warm-up.
In the soil of time.
entitled When the Saints Go Marching In. It is an old spiritual song written in common time.
That means the time signature is 4/4.
Hang on a minute. What's a time signature?
A time signature is a set of numbers at the beginning of each piece of music which tells the performer how many beats are in each bar and also which note is getting 1 count.
The most common of all time signatures is 4/4, also known as common time.
However, we can also have 3/4, 2/4, 6/8, or even 3/2. Anyway, back to our song. We will sing the 8-bar melody and then hear it played on the chime bars.
tune only needs 5 pitches and is played in the key of C major.
Wouldn't it be neat to try and transpose this great little tune into a variety of different keys?
What do you mean by transpose? Well, musical transpositions is when you move the melody line up or down, but you keep the intervals between the pitches the same.
Musical transposition is a very useful skill for all musicians to have, but first you need to work hard to learn all of your key signatures.
Two of Year 5 talented pianists, Torino and Rohan, playing a piano duet by Lorenzo.
Our next 2 songs are folk songs. Folk songs. What is a folk song, I hear you say?
A folk song is a traditional song that tells a story. Every country has its own unique set of folk songs which often get handed down from generation to generation and become an important part of the cultural identity.
The song Jal Canoe comes from Jamaica and it is used during Christmas festivities when processions of merrymakers, dancers and drummers go through the streets singing and playing instruments.
Feel that don't make me
we could sing these two songs like partners in a game.
I don't think that's going to work. It'll just make a lot of noise and sound confusing.
Well, it would work if both songs meet the same criteria.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, both songs need to be in the same key and the same mode.
Both songs are in G major, which means they have an upbeat and happy sound. If they were in a minor mode, they would sound sad, scary, or slightly mysterious.
Both songs need to share the same time signature.
Both songs are written in common time, or 4/4.
And finally, and probably most importantly, both songs have to share the same chord structure.
Both songs follow the chord pattern G major, D7 major, G major.
Great, let's give it a try.
Really well. I think partner songs are a great way for musicians to sing in harmony.
When we come to music class, we also enjoy improvising on untuned percussion instruments.
Musical improvisation is when you create a musical piece on the spot, using a combination of rhythms from a common time signature.
Today we will improvise using a variety of time signatures at a moderato tempo.
That was fun. Now back to some singing. Another fun way for musicians to create harmony together is for them to perform in a round.
Or
What is a round?
Well, a round is when you have two or more performers who sing the same song but started at different times.
Wouldn't that get very confusing?
Well, you have to listen really carefully, be very sure the songs are not grown up when the new performance begins.
Our next song is entitled To Stop the Train. See if you can hear the three-part battle.
Section 1, raise your hand, please. Section 2. Section 3.
Maria, one of our talented JPS musicians from Year 5. She will perform blues on the guitar.
song popular all over the world.
The Drunken Sailor is written in the key of D minor and it uses the chords D minor and C major in the accompaniment.
We will perform the call accompaniment using arpeggiated broken chords on the chime bars.
We hope you enjoyed our performance as much as we enjoyed sharing it.
Enjoy the rest of your day and thank you for listening.
Always remember that music brightens your day and lightens your heart.
Thank you. Well, children, that was absolutely fantastic. I think parents, would you agree? Let's give them another round. I sat here for about 40 minutes and listened to the wonderful singers and musicians, and all of this wouldn't happen was it for our two brilliant music teachers, Mrs. Bannister and Mrs. Scribner. Children, and how lucky you are to have these two wonderful music teachers. I've probably learned more in the last 40 minutes than I have done 5 years of music when I was at school. So I wish I had music teachers like you when I was at school. The range of the musicians, you know, from When the Saints Go Marching In play that song with 5 or 6 different instruments, the singing, it was just fantastic. The knowledge the children have learned over this year, as you can tell, is second to none. So let's give them another round of applause. Parents, if you'd like to take any photos, and then I think we'll ask the parents to leave and then the children will filter out after you've gone. Thank you very much for attending. Thank you.